Hi everyone, I am Sudhir Gupta, teacher in Study Hall, Lucknow. Welcome to my channel School Jaisa. Support me with your like, share and subscribe. Thank you.
Continuing with the same chapter, force and pressure, this is the fifth part of the video. Here in this part we will do the numerical related to pressure. So the question over here is first, that is calculate the pressure exerted by a body which applies a force of 50 Newton on an area of 2 meter square. Okay, so what do we see over here is given and what we have to find it out. Here the force of the 50 Newton is given over here. So we will write force equal to 50 Newton and the area on which the force is acting, that is also given, which is 2 meters square. So it's very easy. Simply you have to put the value in the formula and you will get the answer. How come? Let's see. Pressure, we know the formula. Pressure is equal to force upon area. Now we will put the value of force, that is 50 Newton over here, and here we will put the value of area, that is 2 meters square. Then we are cancelling with each other and we get 25 Newton per meter square, and that is called as a 25 Pascal. So in this way we have done the first numerical. It was the easiest one, in which things were given directly and you have to put it directly in the formula. What was given in it? Force was given, area was given, and you have to calculate the thing which is called pressure. So when the force and area, both the things were given in a proper SI unit, that is Standard International Unit, so no need the lots of work to be done. Simply we have to put it in the formula and you get the answer. Now when we come on this question, now read this question carefully. Calculate the pressure exerted by a brick which applies a force of 2.5 Newton when A part, it is placed upright on the soil, B part, it is placed on its widest base, and the dimension of the brick are 25 centimeter, 10 centimeter and 5 centimeter. So what they are asking and what the thing is given, they are asking about the pressure exerted and the force is given over here, that is 2.5 Newton. So this force which is going to be exerted on the surface is by the brick, and that is 2.5 Newton, that is by this brick as well as this brick. Now we see the two different positions. When I talk about the A part, that means this is the part A, and when I talk about the B part, this is B. So when I say upright, that means standing vertically like this, and when we say standing vertically, so this would be the length, this would be the breadth, and this is the height of this stone as the dimension given. When we take the second part, in this we see that the length is going to be this, breadth is this, height is this, and I made this diagram on the basis of these sentences, that is upright and widest place. So in the case when we are going to do the first part, the force is going to be what? 2.5 Newton as it is. But when we talk about the area, here we have to think that here to calculate the area, we have to apply some formula. So what that formula has to be applied? Here the formula of the rectangle has to be applied. Why the formula of the rectangle has to be applied? Because the surface which is coming in contact with the soil is the rectangular surface, and that rectangular surface which is coming in contact is having the length as 10 centimeter and breadth as 5 centimeter. This is the one thing. Second important thing, here the length and breadth are not given in meter, they are given in centimeter. So when they are given in centimeter, then definitely we have to firstly convert them into meter. And when we will convert them into meter, then we will find it out the area in meter square. So how we are going to do it? Let's see. So length given over here is, according to the first condition, 10 centimeter. So it becomes 10 upon 100. Why? Because we know 1 meter equal to 100 centimeter, and to convert centimeter into meter we have to divide by 100. So we got this 0.1 meter. Similarly, when we talk about the breadth, this is given 5 centimeter. So we will write 5 upon 100 and that comes 0.05 meter. Now we will calculate the area, because now the length and breadth which we have got it right now are in SI unit, that is in meter. So now the area, I told you earlier, the surface which is coming in contact with the wet soil or the soil, that is rectangular surface. So we will use the formula of the area of rectangle, that is length into breadth, and you will put it like this. Now here most of the children what they do, they solve it over here. Don't solve it. Why? Because when you are going to put in this formula, then automatically it will get solved. So don't waste in solving it, don't waste time in solving it, otherwise you can do the mistake. So now we are going to do it like this, that is the pressure is equal to force upon area. Here we are going to keep it 2.5 Newton. Here we are going to take 0.1 meter and 0.05 meter. Now when we will remove this decimal from here, 10 will come like this in the form of 10. When we will remove this decimal from here, 10 will come in the form of 10 over here. When we will remove this decimal from here, 2 zeros will come in the form of 100. Now we cancel it, this 10 with this 10. Now this 5 with this 5, 25. So it came 500 Newton per meter square or 500 Pascal. So in this way we have done the first part. Shall I go to again A part? Force was given over there. In the first diagram we see the 25 is coming on the vertical position, whereas the base is going to have its measurement or the dimensions as 10 centimeter and 5 centimeter. Because the rectangular surface coming in contact, so we have taken this length and breadth as 10 centimeter and 5 centimeter. Since we have to get it in the meter, so we divided by 100. Why again I should tell you? Because 1 meter is 100 centimeter equal, and due to which we divided by 100 to both the values and we get the length and breadth in meter. When we got this length and breadth in meter, so now we will calculate the area, that is L into B, that is we kept it over here, and I told you don't solve it over here, because when you are going to place it like this over here and after solving it we get the pressure which is going to be exerted by the brake when it was in upright position. Now we will do the next part of it, that is B part of it. So when we will say B part, so I shall rub this portion. So in order to calculate the B part, again we are taking the force as 2.5 Newton as it is, but when we take the length and breadth, so now we have to see the area which is coming in contact with the soil is different comparing to this one, and here the area which is coming in contact is having the length of 25 centimeter and breadth of 10 centimeter. So it's varying, we write it down 25 centimeter over here, 10 centimeter over here. Now again since we have to convert it into meter, so in the same manner we did it over here, that means to convert the centimeter into meter we divided by 100. The same thing we are going to do it here also. So when we do it here also like this, it comes this much. Similarly we do it like this and it comes 0.1. Now we will calculate area, that is L into B, and that will be what? 0.25 meter into 0.1 meter, and we keep it as it is, that as I told you, don't solve it right now, we will do it later on. So here the pressure is equal to force upon area, Now when you are going to put this force over here, 2.5 Newton, area you are going to keep it over here like this like this. Now again, when we will remove this decimal, 1 0 comes in the form of the 10. When we will remove this decimal, 2 zeros will come in the form of the 100. When we will remove this decimal, 1 0 will come in the form of 10. Now we reduce these. What else we can do? 5 5 ja, 5 2 ja 10, 0. 5 1 ja 5, 5 4 ja 20, and that become 100 Newton per meter square, or we call it 100 Pascal. So what do we observe with the help of these answers? It tells that in this case the area was less, so pressure exerted was more, that we can see to here 500 Pascal. Whereas in this case we see the area coming in contact with the soil is more. This is the reason pressure exerted is coming less. So what do we again understand with this? That whenever the force is going to be acting on a body, it has to be also seen on what area it is acting. If it is acting on a lesser area, then the effect of the force would be more, pressure will be more. If it is going to have the more area, greater area, bigger area, then the effect of the force would be less and the pressure exerted would be less, and that we can see with the help of these two examples.